Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to this week's hashtag Spill the Beans. If you've never seen me before, I'm Tara Priolo. I'm your resident white-facing, biracial, multi-passionate musician, and I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. This is a once-a-week chat, hashtag Spill the Beans, where we chat about everything under the sun, but this month, I'm introducing you to some of my favorite people for Black History Month. So, grab a drink, and come on back to see who it is. I really promise it's going to be a shorter one today. Today, I did ask in the stories previously this week, Black composers, okay? I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorites. Rosephanye Powell, who is a living composer, whom I adore, and I'll tell you why I adore her. But first, I want to read the first paragraph of her bio just so you get a feel of who she is. So Rosephanye Powell has been hailed as one of America's premier women composers of solo vocal and choral music. She has an impressive catalog of works published by some of the nation's leading publishers, including Hal Leonard Corporation, the Fred Bach Music Companies, Gentry Publications, Oxford University Press, Alliance Music Publications, and Shawnee Press. Dr. Powell's works have been conducted and premiered by nationally and internationally renowned conductors and have been premiered at distinguished halls around the country. One second. Including Carnegie Hall, the Lincoln Center, to name a few. Dr. Powell's works have been commissioned by professional choral ensembles, including Contus, which is here in Minnesota, and the Grammy Award-winning men's vocal ensemble Chanticleer. You should go read this whole bio. Here is what I love about Rosephanye Powell's music and why her music will, sneak peek, will be centered on the next album. The reason I love Rosephanye's solo vocal music of the variety that I have sung is that it is easily accessible and it doesn't explicitly use the Black experience. So it is accessible to a wide variety of singers, right? So the one that I did on Soliloquy, the cycle that I did on Soliloquy, which you can go listen to and drop ducats if you would like to produce the next album. Hang on. So on my first album, Soliloquy, the cycle that you'll hear from Rosephanye is called Miss Wheatley's Garden. And I'm going to read a little bit about it again from Rosephanye's website. Miss Wheatley's Garden is named for America's first Black poet, Phillis Wheatley, who is said to have been born in Gambia, Senegal, between 1753 and 1755, and died in December 1784 in Boston, Massachusetts. Wheatley was brought to America at age 7 or 8 and became the slave of John and Susanna Wheatley of Boston. Her name is said to have derived from the ship that carried her to America, the Phyllis. During Phyllis's life, while it was not common for American women to be published, it was especially uncommon for children of slaves to be educated at all. By age 12, Phyllis was reading the Bible, as well as Latin and Greek literature. Her gift of writing poetry was championed by her owners and their daughter Mary, who taught Phyllis to read and write. Last little bit. Miss Wheatley's popularity as poet, both in the United States and England, ultimately brought her freedom from slavery on October 18th, 1773. Miss Wheatley is remembered for many first-time accomplishments, including first African-American to publish a book, period, an accomplished African-American woman of letters, first African-American woman to earn a living from her writing. Because of these accomplishments, I thought it befitting, this is Rosephanye saying, I thought it befitting to title the work Miss Wheatley's Garden in honor of Phyllis Wheatley's works, which are the garden in which many generations of African-American women poets have grown and blossomed. And what's really cool about it, the poets on this or in this cycle is that they are all, I believe, all Black women. Yes, mixed heritage and Black women. So this cycle is an opportunity for all singers, all races, all types. So sorry, I popped something in my mouth before I started this slide. To engage in Black excellence, right? And Black women specifically. It is composed by a Black woman. It is Black women composers. And if you go listen to it on Soliloquy, you're listening to a biracial woman sing it, right? And there's a lot of opportunities on YouTube to watch other Black singers do this. And there's a high voice and a low voice. You can find all of that stuff on Rosephanye's website. And I encourage you, singers, please go look at this rap. And teachers, please go look at Rosephanye Powell. This is stuff that you can replace some of those really simple art songs with. And in my opinion, we'll teach more, but we'll talk more about that on the feed. Let's wrap up this Spill the Beans in the next slide. Okay, so that's all for Spill the Beans. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments or in the question box that's put here in the stories. Continue to be anti-racist. Wear a mask. Be safe. Do good work. Make good trouble. I love y'all hardcore. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.